All right, everyone. So now we will be doing chapter 5. All right, that is arrests of persons. Okay, arrest of persons. So in this arrest, we will be doing that types of arrest. We will be doing types of arrest in this section 41, 42, 43, 44. All right, and some provisions on safeguard. It is very important. Provisions on safeguard. We will be doing the case related to the safeguards also. Okay, and the judicial decisions. All right, and judicial decisions. Okay, so now read section 41. Section 41. Okay, I'm reading section 41. It is written that any police officer may, without an order from a magistrate and without a warrant, arrest any person A who commits in the presence of a police officer a cognizable offense. Okay, so over here it is written that any person can be arrested by a police officer without warrant if he commits a cognizable offense in front of the police officer. Any person, any person can be arrested by a police officer without warrant if he commits if he commits if he commits a cognizable offense in front of police officer, right? Cognizable offense in front of police officer. So this is very important. Cognizable offense and in front of police officer, right? It should be a cognizable offense and in front of police officer. Then any police officer can arrest such person, right? So the what are required over here, that it should be a cognizable offense and it should be in front of the police officer. Then over that, the police officer can arrest such person without warrant there and then. All right. So now I am reading clause B. It is written that against whom a reasonable complaint has been made or credible information has been received or a reasonable suspicion exists that he has committed a cognizable offense punishable with imprisonment for a term which may be less than 7 years or which may extend to 7 years, whether with or without fine, if the following conditions are satisfied. Okay. So they are saying that in clause B, in clause B, that means that the offense was not committed in front of the police officer, right? So let me draw like this. The clause A over here, it should be a cognizable offense. It should be a cognizable offense committed in front of, in presence of police officer, in presence of police officer, right? Then he can be arrested. Then he can be arrested. Then he can be arrested. Okay, no criteria of punishment, directly you can arrest that person. But in clause B, in clause B, it is saying that reasonable complaint over here, reasonable complaint, reasonable complaint or credible information, reasonable complaint or credible information. Okay, yeah, reasonable suspicion or reasonable suspicion. Okay, then if offense is less than equals to 7 years, then if offense then if offense is less than equals to 7 years. Okay, that is less than or equals to 7 years. Okay, then police officer can arrest. Then police officer can arrest such person provided the conditions are fulfilled. Conditions are fulfilled. All right. So in this case, that offense shall be less than equals to 7 years. Okay, less than equals to 7 years, provided that the conditions are fulfilled. Provided that the conditions are fulfilled. Okay, but in this case, there is no criteria of punishment. In this case, in this case, there is no criteria of punishment. Rather, it should be a cognizable offense. It should be a cognizable offense, and it should be in presence. And it should be in presence of the police officer. Then the police officer can directly arrest such person. However, in clause B, it is written that it should be a reasonable complaint, or it should be a credible information, or it should be a reasonable suspicion. Okay. Plus, then if offense is less than equals to 7 years, then the police officer can arrest such person provided the conditions are fulfilled. Okay. So this was added. This both was added in 2009, right, by amendment. This both was added in 2009 by amendment. Okay. So what are the grounds over here? What are the grounds? I'm reading it. The police officer has reason to believe on the basis of such complaint, information, or suspicion that such person has committed the said offense. So he has to satisfy that, yes, there was some reasonable suspicion. I have a reason to believe that this person has committed this offense, right? And second, the police officer is satisfied that such arrest is necessary to prevent such person from committing any further offense, or for proper investigation of the offense, or to prevent such person from causing the evidence of the offense to disappear or tampering with the such evidence in any manner, or to prevent such person from making any inducement, threat, or promise to any person acquainted with the facts of the case, so as to dissuade him from disclosing such facts to the court or to the police officer, or as unless such person is arrested, his presence in the court whenever required cannot be ensured. Okay, so these are the grounds. तो if 7 साल से ज्यादा, then directly आप arrest कर सकते हो. मान लो suppose that if you receive if you receive if you receive the information, if you receive an information in which offense is punishable for more than 7 years, then you may directly arrest such person. Okay, you may directly arrest such person if you believe that it is more than 7 years. Where it is written? It is written in BA. Read BA. It is that against whom credible information has been received that he has committed a cognizable offense punishable with imprisonment for a term which may extend to more than 7 years, whether with or without fine, or with death sentence, and the police officer has reason to believe on the basis of that information that such person has committed the said offense. Okay. So in such case, if it is more than 7 years, in such case, if it is more than 7 years, then he can arrest per se. Then he can arrest per se. Per se means that उसको उसी वक्त अरेस्ट कर सकता है without satisfying any conditions, but provided he should have a reason to believe that such information is credible, or such that such accused has committed this offense. He should have the reason to believe. Okay, but if it is less than 7 or equal to 7 years, but if it is less than 7 or equals to 7 years, then in that case, then in order to arrest such person, he had to fulfill the conditions. He had to fulfill the conditions, right? Okay. Now, for example, the offense has been committed. For example, it is a theft. Offense is of theft, which is punishable for 3 years, right? अब 3 years का एक reasonable आपके पास वो आया, you received a reasonable complaint that so and so person has committed a theft. So will you directly arrest that person? Yes, tell me, will you directly arrest that person? So you will arrest only if such grounds are fulfilled, right? You cannot go and directly arrest such person. You cannot go and directly arrest such person. You can only arrest such person only when the grounds are fulfilled. Okay, so arrest only if following condition is fulfilled, right? Is it clear? So what are the condition will be one, that is to prevent such person, to prevent such person from committing any further offense, from committing any further offense, or second, or for proper investigation of the offense, for proper investigation of the offense, for the proper investigation of the offense. Third, or to prevent such person from tampering the evidences, to prevent such person from tampering with evidence or threat witnesses, right? So any of these conditions need to be fulfilled, then only the arrest will be granted, then only arrest can be made. So it is written any, अगर एक भी fulfilled हो जाती है, मान लो suppose ये fulfill हो जाती है, then only you may arrest such person, then only you may arrest such person. Is it clear? Tell me. Yes, all of you. All right, Mr. Anubhav is asking a question that, sir, in more than 7 years, if the offense is punishable more than 7 years, then police officer can directly arrest without fulfilling the condition. Yes, he can directly arrest such person if it is punishable with more than 7 years, provided he should have a reasonable suspicion that this person might have committed the offense. Then only he can arrest such person. That is written in clause BA, right? That is written in clause BA. Very, very good. All right, let's continue. So now in clause B, clause 1, that is 41 clause 1. Okay. 41 clause 1B clause sub clause 1, it is written that the police officer has reason to believe on the basis of such complaint, information or suspicion that such person has committed the offense. So he had a reason to believe that he had committed said offense. So he had the reason to believe that he had committed committed such offense. So he has to fulfill this condition and the other conditions that is written in clause 2. So ये तो इसको prove करना ही करना है. He has to prove this condition and other conditions. Or other conditions में there is any one of them. For example, it is written that to prevent such person from committing any further offense. Okay, so accused may commit offense if not arrested. So you have to over here accused may commit offense if not arrested, right? You have to fulfill this. Or it is written, or B, it is written that for proper investigation of the case, right? C, to prevent such person from causing the evidence of the offense to disappear or tampering with such evidence in any manner. Or clause D, to prevent such person from making any inducement, threat or promise to any person acquainted with the facts of the case. So it is talking about कि आप witness को threaten नहीं करोगे, you will not influence the witness, you will not influence the witness. So in order to prevent this situation, the police officer may arrest the accused. Okay, if he influenced the witness by threat, inducement or promise, then also the police officer can arrest such person. Okay, so chances are that the person may abscond. Chances are that such person that is accused, such person may abscond. Then also you may arrest such person. Okay, so bail ke grounds are same for the arrest. Whatever the ground we have done in the bail, that are same for the arrest also. Okay, so what were the grounds? Let me tell you. Yes, what were the grounds? Ground was that any further offense, he will not commit any further offense. So इससे क्या होगा? That will be society will be affected. Society at large will be affected. Society at large will be affected. All right. For investigation purpose, that is for interrogation, you required the person for interrogation, therefore you will arrest such person, or therefore you will not grant the bail to the such person, right? Or he will tamper with the evidence, tampering of evidences, right? या फिर or you will threat, inducement or promise upon witnesses, threat, inducement, promise upon witness, right? या फिर to prevent him from absconding, to prevent him from absconding, to prevent him from absconding. So then he may be arrested. अगर ये सारी चीजें हैं, then he may be arrested. If it is this, then he may be arrested. Then he may be arrested, right? Then he may be arrested. Okay, after satisfying this condition, if offense is less than equals to 7 years, then police officer can arrest such person. Then he may be arrested after satisfying these conditions, or any one of these condition. If offense is punishable, is punishable if offense is punishable, which is less than equals to 7 years, then the police officer can arrest such person. Then the police officer can arrest such person. Okay, All right. No, all these conditions are not required to fulfill either of them. It is written or either of them you have to fulfill. But clause B, clause 1 have to be fulfilled. That means that the police officer has a reason to believe that this person has committed. Then he has to fulfill either of these conditions. Right? Is it clear? All right. So I believe it is clear to all of you. Let me give you an example. Suppose that I have committed a theft. Suppose I have committed a theft. Okay, I have committed a theft. Punishable is three years. Punishment is 3 years. Right? Okay. So can police officer arrest me? Can police officer arrest me? Okay. Am I be a threat? Can I be a threat? Is there any threat? No, I will not be a threat to anyone. Right? Will I be cooperative? Yes, I will cooperate. Right? Then no chance of absconding because I have classes to give. Right? I will not abscond because I have a classes to give. Will I temper? Will I tamper? No, I will not tamper the evidences. So you have to fulfill the conditions. So in this case, the police officer will give me a under section notice under section 160. Notice under section 160, right? That is to call upon, that is to attendance. All right, and in 161 he may examine me. Okay, so police officer should write the reasons in arrest memo. So whenever the police officer is arresting, whenever the police officer is arresting he shall write the reasons for such arrest. That why according to him the arrest is required. Right? According to him, why arrest is required. So he has to write the reasons in the arrest memo and explain the grounds also. And explain the grounds also. Okay, is it clear? Okay. So why do you believe that he will threat the witness, and if you fail to explain, then it will amount to illegal detention or illegal arrest? So you have to explain the grounds also, that why do you believe that he will threat the witnesses, and and if you failed and if you fail to uh, explain, then it will amount to illegal arrest. Right? So that is why you have to fulfill that is why you have to write the reasons for it, that why you are arresting. Yes, Mr. Kashish. If you are failed to explain the condition, if you are failed to explain the reason, then it will amount to illegal arrest. All right, so I'm going to read it further. It is written, and the police officer shall record while making such arrest his reasons in writing, provided that a police officer shall, in all cases where the arrest of a person is not required under the provisions of this subsection, record the reasons in writing for not making the arrest. So it is also saying that if you are not arresting such person, then also you have to give the reasons for the same, that why you are not arresting. Okay, so proviso is saying, if not arresting, If not arresting, then also then also you have to you have to give reasons reasons for the same, that why arrest is not required, right? Because there might be chances that the accused may give some money to the police officer and may not be arrested, right? So in that case, the police officer has to give the reasons. The police officer has to give the reasons for the same, that why arrest is not required. Okay, so जैसे पुलिस ऑफिसर ने पैसे ले लिए and arrest नहीं किया, so even if you are not arresting, then you have to record the reason for it. All right. So the proviso was added to prevent the misuse of power of the police officer. So therefore, you can write this, that proviso that the proviso was added to prevent the misuse misuse of power of the police officer, right? Misuse of the power of the police officer. Is it clear till now? All right. So now in this, what we have done, that is that a police officer, if cognizable offense committed, if cognizable offense, if cognizable offense has been committed, has been committed in front of police officer, in front of police officer, then he can arrest without warrant, without warrant. Then he can arrest without warrant. All right. If cognizable offense has been committed in front of the police officer, then he can arrest without warrant. All right. But if cognizable offense, cognizable offense, cognizable offense committed earlier, then FIR may credible. So in this case, you have to have, for arresting, there should be a credible information. But in FIR, it is not required that there should be a credible information, right? In FIR, in filing the FIR, it is not required, not required that the information shall be credible, right? But in arrest, but in arrest, the information shall be credible. Okay, it should be the information should be credible, right? But in the case of lodging the FIR, it is not required that the information shall be credible. Rather, the police officer is duty bound to to lodge the FIR. Okay, be it a false FIR or true FIR, it is a post FIR situation. It is a post FIR situation. But in the case of arrest, the information should be credible. The police officers shall have a reason to believe that this person has committed the offense. Okay, so the information should be credible, or the police officer should have the reason to believe that that the information that he has committed the offense. Okay, or reasonable information should be there, or reasonable information should be there. Reasonable information should be there. Okay, then offenses punishable with offense is punishable with if it is less than equals to 7 years. If it is less than equals to 7 years, that means less than or equals to, okay, less than or equal to 7 years, then in this case, if prima facie case lag raha hai that this person has committed, then condition needs to fulfill. Then if prima facie case there is a if prima facie it appears that accused had committed then condition needs to be fulfilled. Then condition needs to be fulfilled, right? So over there, requirement to prevent, what were the conditions? That is requirement to prevent offense, yeah, absconding, yeah, tampering, yeah, misuse. So if these are the grounds, then arrest can be done with reasons recorded. If condition, if it is fulfilled, if it is fulfilled, then arrest can be done. Arrest can be done with the reasons recorded. With the reasons recorded. All right. Then arrest can be done with the reasons recorded. Or if it is, or if the offense is more than 7 years. If the offense is more than 7 years. More than 7 years. More than 7 years. Then if prima facie case there, if the police officer thinks that there is a prima facie case, then arrest per se can be made. No reasons, no reasons can be recorded. Okay, no condition needs to be fulfilled. All right. All right. So if it is more than 7 years, then reasons, if prima facie case, if you believe that this person has committed, then no reasons shall be recorded. Without recording reasons, you may arrest that person. So over here, if prima facie case, if prima facie case, then arrest per se. Okay. There is no reasons recorded. It is not required. Yes. Please tell me, do you have any doubt? Is this clear to all of you? All right. So in this case, that was the addition, that if it is less than 7 years, if it is less than 7 years and you are not arresting, if the offense, is less than or equals to 7 years and you are not arresting, then also you have to record the reasons for the same. Then also you have to record the reasons for the same. Is it clear? So now I believe this clause 1 A, B and BA is clear to all of you. Okay, so you have to remember that the amendments A and B was came in the year 2009, whereas proviso was added in 2010. All right, Mr. Kashish is asking, sir, BA में ग्राउंड है अरेस्ट के, अगर पुलिस नहीं करती तो वो बी रीजन होगा या मैंडेटरी अरेस्ट होगा? See, in this case, clause BA, in clause BA, it is talking about where offense is punishable for more than 7 years. Okay, more than 7 years. So in this case, the police officer should have a reason to believe should have the reason to believe that accused has committed committed the offense, then he will directly arrest such person. Police officer is not bound to arrest, rather it is the police officer should have reason to believe, and if he is satisfied, yeah, that yes, he has committed the offense, then he will arrest that person without satisfying the condition which was given in clause B, right? Because this offense was punishable for more than 7 years. So let me tell you one more thing, that the police officer is never bound to arrest, but if he has a reason to believe, that this person has committed the offense, so, and which is punishable more than 7 years, then he can arrest such person according to BA. In BA it is never written that it is bound to arrest, right? If he has reason to believe, अगर उसको लगता है कि yes, he has committed, then he will arrest him per se without fulfilling any conditions. All right. So now I believe it is clear to all of you. So now let's take a break of 30 minutes and we shall continue it after the break. All right, everyone, just take a break of 30 minutes.